find it absolutely crazy how this weekend can genuinely decide the Premier League. Look, Arsenal play Bournemouth early on Saturday, and that can put a 12-point gap above City. But we need to get the job done, lads. Arsenal, come on, lock in. And then obviously City away at Chelsea. Look, Chelsea look absolutely shocking. Plus Enzo's out. Could be one of those devastating decisions, especially when they're fighting for Champions League football. But you know what? It's already done. It's confirmed. He's pulled him out of the lineup. And obviously City are on a good streak. You know, they've won the EFL Cup. They're most likely going to win the FA Cup if we're all being honest with ourselves. O'Reilly, not sure how he wasn't nominated for Team of the Season. I thought he's been phenomenal. And obviously you have Haaland scoring again. And they're off of beating a big rival in Liverpool. So, boys, it's going to be an interesting one. And then on the bottom of the table, you obviously have West Ham need to win against Wolves. And then Spurs away at Sunderland. So, lads, if West Ham win, which they play Friday, they get to go first. They can literally put Spurs in relegation. That means Spurs away at Sunderland, one of the worst places to play away. They know they're in relegation and they have to get something. A lot can happen this weekend. Now, to dive into the Arsenal-Bournemouth, we have fumbled to Bournemouth in the past, but we have beat them away this season already. That being said, Bournemouth, I think they're on an insane non-losing streak, if I'm not mistaken. It's mostly draws and it's mostly 0-0, but credit to them because they've gone home and away, not losing points, I should say. Gaining points, but not all wins. And Arsenal, we've been a bit rocky. Thankfully, we beat Sporting. That obviously puts a bit of wind back in our sails, but it's still going to be a hard one. Tactically, I think Bournemouth obviously have, some. I don't want to say they're going to play a low block, right? But I think they have the guys to hurt us on the counter. But I think they'll let us dominate the ball like they did in Bournemouth as well. It's just times where we do get caught out. And, this doesn't happen every game, of course. But that was the one where Gabriel just gave it straight to Evan Nielsen. So, yeah, Raya back, though, is a big plus. Rice, obviously, hopefully Saka. Dowman getting at his man. The York in full form. Havertz can come off the bench. I think Odegaard's been good. We've been seeing a lot of negativity around him, but he doesn't like to turn all the time. He likes to keep the ball, play safe. And that's where we miss Eze. We like Eze. He always goes forward, takes those risks. That being said, I think Martin has phenomenal game management, especially when he knows, it's just about keeping the ball. You don't always need to force anything. So they're different profile characters, Eze and Odegaard, but ideally we have Eze start and Odegaard come off, in my opinion, come off the bench and lead our press for us. But in this game, I know Eze is back in training, to be fair, so he actually could get the nod. We'll have to see. As for City-Chelsea, I think Chelsea can put up a good fight, but I do have to say I think City take this most likely 3-1. But any points dropped by City could be massive, and that's where I'm saying the Prem can be decided. Obviously, that's a bold statement. City have a game in hand. We still have to play them at the Etihad, and it requires Arsenal winning and City either tying or losing. But I do think it's very doable. And then, of course, at the end of the table, you have the Spurs-West Ham fight. Forest have a big game. Leeds have a big game. A lot is not confirmed, and I'm looking forward to it. But this is a very, very telling weekend. And then, obviously, in a couple weeks' time, we'll look forward to Arsenal playing City. That is going to be an absolute masterclass, lads. Get your popcorn, get your drinks, enjoy. So let me know what you think. And yeah, I'm excited for it. FPL, some big decisions coming up as well. Stay tuned, boys. I've got some videos ranking my own gameplay coming out, so we'll have to see that. Cheers.